All right, well, this is what I made for the week. That's without the Prop 22 for my friends outside of California. So I've only made about $1.10 per item. Now, do you want to see how you have to be creative? I'm going to show you something in a second. And this is how you have to do it in order to kind of have the results that I just showed you. That was my week results for this week. But I wanted to show you today's results, which came to, I think, like $2.99, something like that, $300, something like that. But it was all small batches. But you have to be creative. There's one particular one I wanted to show you. Let me show it to you right now. By the way, before I do, can you please subscribe? You know, I got to give you the whole subscribe thing. Hit the like button, hit the notification, especially for the quarterly results, which I'm going to come out with in a couple weeks. It's going to be February, March, April results. And I'll show you each week. Just hit it like I did for the first quarter. But anyway, I'm going to give you 10 seconds of Mr. Subs. Hit it, Mr. Subs. All right, that's enough. All right, let's take a look at this. I want to show you how to be creative. You have to be creative. And, you know, before I do this, I'm going to tell you something that I haven't said in any other video. You have to have tools of the trade. You have to treat this, if you want to treat it as a cash grab, beer money, that kind of thing, that's the results you're going to have. You know, you make 50 bucks here, 80 bucks here. But if you want to have the results that I've shown you for the past 6 months, like 1,500 a week, you have to treat it a certain way. And you have to have tools of the trade to make the money. The two tools are, I know it's hard, but you got to go electric. You got to get an electric car. Because a lot of batches, since the tips aren't as good, you have to have an electric car. That way you can take longer distance deliveries and still make the money, rather than looking at it and going, having to take an extra second while somebody else swipes the batch, having to take an extra second to go, oh man, 15 miles, man, it's 15 miles there and back 30 miles. And you're going in your head how many gallons, it's ridiculous. You're not gonna make it in the future in a business that requires you to drive if you continue to have a gas car. Furthermore, the maintenance on an electric vehicle is way less, and the oil changes, the transmission, the engine burning oil after a lot of miles, suspension, it's all going to eat into your profits hard and way more than an electric vehicle. That's the honest truth about it. The second tool is you have to get the proper phone. You have to get an up-to-date phone.
It's peanut butter jelly time. Peanut butter jelly time. Peanut butter jelly time.
The car thing, I understand. There's a little down payment, taxes, all that stuff. I get it. But it's a lot less than what you would have to do if you started your own business. And then the counter is, well, what if I get deactivated and I spend all that money? That's why you have to have backups. Like I have Uber as a backup. I have Shipt as a backup. I have Lyft as a backup. I would just have to drive more miles, but I know I could make 300 a day doing Uber if I just Ubered my car into the ground. I don't want to do that. I like to shop. Keeps me active. I work by myself. I don't have to mess with anybody. You know, it's all independent contractor. I can move around. So having the two tools of the trade is very important. But let's take a look at the results. I want to show you how to be creative with this, because this was just a perfect batch this morning and I had time to look at it because nobody in this area would have taken it. Let's take a look at it. All right, so let's take a look at it. You can see up here, April 24th. Now that's the deposit with the Prop 22. Okay, I drive a lot of miles out here, and we've already talked about Prop 22. So let's just go into the week without Prop 22. So here it is. You can see, you know, from the pictures in the beginning of this video, I only made about $1.10 per item because the tips aren't as big anymore. You know, people just aren't tipping until they get the great customer service. They're not tipping beforehand because they're just not getting that service. And plus, you know, there's some factors with Instacart as to why, you know, people tip less. You know, Instacart has to make their money, so don't be mad at them. Here are the days, right? And so you can see I was in the stores for almost 40 hours. So that doesn't include the wait time. So you guys have to find some enjoyment in it, or you're going to just disqualify it. Oh, he's out there all those hours and blah, 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 blah. And hey, you're going to have to find something to do that's productive while you're waiting, okay? Now you can see it's been slow. Slow for everybody. Everybody talks about it. But there were 3 $200 days. I want to go into the Sunday, not just because it's the highest paying day, but you can see I still didn't make a whole lot. You know, it's like, what, 160 over 130? It's something like 130, $1.30 per item, something like that. But this first batch, let's take a look at it. Now, the area that I'm in, you can see the area that I'm in. This was a Smart and Final. The second one, this address right here, that's an area that I work a lot. So I took the batch. Now, that's a lot of miles from the Smart and Final. It's like 15 or 16 miles. You can see the distance between the two places as far as the total mileage that you would have had to drive. And I took it because, look, it was only 16 items total. So both orders were very small. I didn't have to take time separating them or thinking about separating them while I was shopping them or anything like that. It was in and out of the store real quick. The delivery is what took a little bit of time, but I drive slow because I'm not going to go over the speed limit. I'm not going to risk anything for a batch of groceries. Time, you have to understand how to use time in this business, and if you don't, you're going to be out because you're going to be rushing around. You got to get to the next batch because you can't make any money unless you do a whole bunch of batches, and you're going to drive yourself crazy. I'm telling you. So for my friends here in California, just relax, take your time, get to the house easy. Hopefully the person's there. Smile, have fun, enjoy your day. You're still going to make your money. I'm telling you how to do it right here. So here was the thing. The whole thing took me an hour, okay? Remember we talked about it's $30 an hour. That's what this job is. It averages out at $30 an hour. So you can see, take the batch, be creative, okay? Here were the rest of the batches for that day. Look at the batches. They're small. Look, but I took the second batch at 9:15 a.m. See that? I took the next one at 9:38. Okay? I'll take $15 for 15 minutes. I'll take that all day long. If you want to pass them up, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm thanking you in this video publicly. Thank you so much, because I will take that. I'll take that little $14 order that's going absolutely nowhere with 2 items. All right, that I'm done in 19 minutes. I'll take it because the very next one was another one. This was even great. This is one of those places you walk in and they shop it for you. I mean, it was almost like an Uber Eats, but it was two items, like 9 units. Look, the next one was at 10. So between 9:15 and 10, 45 minutes, I made 17 and 14. What is that? 31. See how it always works out to $30 an hour? Instacart knows what they're doing. They know how to code the app. Don't try to figure out why Instacart and this guy and they turned it over to this girl and she doesn't know what she's doing. They know exactly what they're doing. They're not going on emotion like you are. If you're a person that gets mad at Instacart, if you're the kind of person that gets mad at Instacart and starts blaming these people for why you're not getting work, they're not basing their decisions on emotion like you are. You're basing it on emotion. When you bash the company, even when videos I've seen where people say, I don't mean to bash the company, but they suck and they're making bad decisions. They're basing everything on numbers. Do you understand? On numbers. When they see the batches not getting done, they need to get those batches done. So they mix them in with doubles and triples. And you have to get good at this. You have to be creative and you have to do it properly. But it has nothing to do with the CEO's emotions. Believe me, it's a coded app. They're looking at the numbers. I've explained already in this video, they're not going to give all the good batches to the good shoppers. They have to train these people. Go make your money. And the good shoppers that make it out of that batch of newbies are more great shoppers for Instacart. Give great customer service and the service grows. Give great customer service and the service grows. Give great customer service and the service grows. And the service grows. And the service grows. I mean, there's so much advantage to doing it properly, okay? And there's so much advantage to taking it seriously. And if you're going to get into business, this is a cool business. Yes, you can get deactivated if you mess up. But there's a trust and safety team, and after a couple weeks, they're going to look at your account and go, oh, okay, do it, boom. They're going to take care of it based on your ethics, based on your morals and everything. So I wouldn't worry about that too much. But please don't get upset at Instacart and start slandering them. This is just a payment system for you. They're just hooking you up. They're the liaison between the buyer and the laborer. They're hooking you up, the customer with the laborer. And then you can milk that for more money. I've already shown you. You do it with tips. You do it with tips made after delivery. And besides the tips that you get, cash and the tips made after delivery, another way to boost your income is great replacements. Don't ever forget, the more the batch costs the person, the more you're going to make. So hey, Mr. and Mrs. Customer, add as much as you want, get as much expensive stuff as you like, especially on small orders. That's kind of like where all the tips from after delivery that just add up. I hope this helped you. If it did, please subscribe. Get notified when I come out with these quarterly results. Hopefully in a couple weeks, if I have the time. I don't know. It might be a really short video where I just blop the numbers on there for February, March, April, each 4-week period. I'll just put the numbers up there. All right. Good luck to everybody, and I hope you follow the rules and make lots of money. And if you have any questions, leave a comment and I'll get back to you. All right, peace.